So, of course, after you thank the person for taking the time to talk to you and you introducing the circumstances, you help the person realize that this is going to be a feedback session by saying, I have something I wanted to talk to you about.
I had something I wanted to talk to you about.
Then it's very common when giving criticism to say, I've been feeling that you haven't, and the action. Instead of saying you haven't, you say, I've been feeling that you haven't, and that will help the person understand that they have a chance to defend themselves. So I've been feeling that you haven't working very hard. I've been feeling that, etc.
Lately, I've been feeling like you haven't really been fully listening to me or really valuing or respecting any of my ideas or input. For example, the other day in our meeting, when I was right in the middle of giving an opinion on something, I felt like you interrupted me mid-sentence.
Again, she said, I felt like you interrupted me. I felt like you interrupted me. This gives the person a chance to defend themselves. So I felt like you, and the
It never
verb.
really came back to me. It made me feel like my feedback or my input was not valued.
Again, it made me feel embarrassed. It made me feel like you didn't want it. It made me feel instead of you did this.
It also made me feel embarrassed in front of the other people in the meeting. So I just wanted to make you aware.
Now she uses aware. I wanted to make you aware. In other words, I want you to have this information. I want you to know this. I want to make you aware.
That's how I felt.
Yeah, that's hard to hear, but I appreciate you letting me know.
It's very common for the person receiving the feedback to say, I appreciate you letting me know.
I'm hearing that you're feeling embarrassed and not valued because I've interrupted you or cut you off in meetings.
I did feel a little embarrassed the other day. Yeah,
Okay.
It didn't feel good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to admit, this is something that
If you are receiving feedback and you agree with the feedback, it's very common to say, I have to admit that, I have to admit that I haven't, I have to admit that I haven't done, I have to admit that I haven't been, etc.
The other day. Yeah,
Okay.
It didn't feel good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to admit, this is something that I